Pat was an athlete, and we'd like to have you recognize the wife of his coach. Everyone remembers Eddie T. Hurd. We'd like for you to recognize Mom Hurd, Ms. Beatrice Hurd, who's with us. More than shaking her. Hurd said that the only thing she remembered about Pat Walker is he used to say to her husband, Coach, we lost the game in the last 59 minutes. Otherwise, we did all right. We have arrived at a point in time where this program is going to take on perhaps a little more pronounced structure. We have a number of individuals who would like to bring greetings and to extend in their own way some expressions of congratulations and whatever else may be appropriate at this time. Now we're going to shift the rules a little bit. You've been introduced to many of these individuals, at least their names have been presented and you recognize them. We're going to do two things. First of all, Dr. Simmons has a very important assignment. It's going to take him away from us, and for that matter, it's going to take him out of Delaware and out of Pennsylvania. We're going to ask Dr. Howard Simmons if he will come and make a presentation to our honoree. And after his presentation, we will then explain the rules of this game, y'all. Okay. Dr. Simmons.
Pat, Ms. Walker, other platform guests, Cheyney University community, and friends. One thing I wanted to say something, because I was supposed to be in Puerto Rico now, but I knew that if I went to Puerto Rico, I was going to be in trouble with Pat, a lot of other people too. But I wouldn't do that for a lot of people. But I'll do it for Pat, because Pat has really been a person of great integrity. Pat would never ask me about anything concerning the accreditation of Cheyney that he knew would compromise my position, and nor would anything about Cheyney that would compromise him. There are few people that have such integrity and such character, but I could always depend upon Pat for straightforward information that he knew about, because that's not always possible. And I also could depend upon Pat to be there when I needed to talk to someone, because sometimes these positions are lonely positions as well. But Pat and give good advice. So therefore, I thought it would be more important for me tonight to be here, even for a short time, than to be in Puerto Rico. Now, I told the people in Puerto Rico the reason I didn't go there because of Gabrielle, the hurricane. But that wasn't true. The reason I didn't go because I knew I'd be in bigger trouble with Pat if I had to come here tonight. So Gabrielle went the other way, but Pat Walker is going to be around for a long time. And he knows where I live and where I work. And he will come over there, and occasionally he will. So I don't want to say goodbye and all of that, because I know Pat is going to be right around here. I want to say thank you, Pat, for being a good friend to education, to higher education, and to the whole community, because we need more people like you. And I wish I could stay to listen to all these other things, but I see that it's being recorded. So, Pat, you're in for it. Now, you're going to have to provide me a copy of the videotape anyway, and I'll be talking with you later. Thank you very much, and Godspeed.
On your program, you saw that Reverend William Manley was to do the invocation, and we had Brother Jim Morgan do that for us in a very eloquent way. As I understand it, there's a little conflict going on between Reverend Manley and our honoree, and that's perhaps why he's not with us. It seems as though the members of Shallow Baptist Church in Wilmington, Delaware, were trying to make some determination about this new chandelier. And our honoree, man of many words and opinions, stood up in the church meeting and said, we don't need no chandelier. If we got one, we don't have anybody in this church who knows how to play it. We don't need no chandelier. What we need is some more light. We have arrived at the point on our program which is headed in special tribute to Patrick Walker, very special presentations. We've asked each of the individuals who will come to us to try as best they can to be brief. One of the real difficulties, you know, in dealing with Pat is everyone has a very special relationship with Pat because Pat has so many dear friends. We hope that you can kind of squeeze it into about 2 minutes. If you go to 4, we'll squeeze you, but we know. And so what we're going to try to do, just to expedite things, because we do want you today, you know how Pat is. Pat, you haven't heard him laugh yet, you know he's got to do that. You know he's been practicing his speech longer than George Bush did his drug visit. So what we're going to do is this, ladies and gentlemen, if it's all right with everybody at this table and those who also will be making presentations who have not yet identified yourself, and you need to do that in a hurry so you don't get too closed out. We're going to do what's known as the 2-minute squeeze. And we're going to ask each of the individuals who are now going to come before us if they will, we're going to start with my right, my extreme right. We're going to ask that individual to come and, of course, identify themselves and their organization. And at that time, we'd like for them also to have us recognize who else is in the audience that is a part of that organization. And then when we go from my right, we're going to go to my left. We're going to squeeze and squeeze until we squeeze right up on really what is our 2 honorees instead of 1. Are we together on that? Can your egos handle it? I know I can say things about you, how great you are, and I know the swags are here from Baltimore, and the H&M clubs are here, and everybody else. And I see all these good old niggas out here, they can't wait to sing him. So if your egos can stand that, let's do it that way. And I'm not going to get up here anymore until you're all done. And when you're all done, that woman that we have yet to see, Dr. Florence Johnson Reed, is going to close it up for us. And then the next person we'll hear will be our honoree, Patrick H. Walker. So, Bernie Proctor, if we can start with you. And, well, when I left Cheyney, I didn't need you, did I? And Romeo, if you can come next. Do we got it? You know? Okay. Thank you very much.
Pat, leaders, honored presenters, friends of Pat Walker. When I thought about Pat after being invited to participate, I thought about having served under my leadership, under D. Jack Moses, and under Romeo Henderson for a period of 14 years. And I said to myself, what kind of man is that? And finally I decided that Pat Walker was a clone of Tyson and Superman. Because without the courage and the fortitude of those two, Pat Walker would have been crawling around with Jimmy Baker in the office the other day, rather than being here with us tonight. Pat Walker and I came here together in 1967. In 1971, I became the academic vice president and shared the academic responsibilities with Pat. We worked together day after day until August of 1981, at which time I left Pat to carry on. All of you here are friends of Pat, so there's no need for me to spend time talking about his loyalty and his dedication to duty. In addition to assisting in the academic vice president's office, he was director of summer school, director of scheduling and registration, and these he performed without question. One thing about Pat, we always didn't agree. Many days we had our ups and downs, but we never let the work day end before we resolved whatever the problem was. If we didn't make it then, we took time out over the phone so that each morning when we arrived, we could do together what we had to do without wondering where the other one was. Pat carried me when I went into the job, and when I was able to perform a little better, he walked with me day in and day out throughout the period of time that we worked together. All of you know that Pat is a people person, and he exhibited this throughout our tenure. In closing, Pat and Edith, I'd like to say that Cheyney University and the Proctor family will never be able to repay you the debt of gratitude that we owe you. But I do hope that each of you will enjoy your retirement, that you'll visit and travel and do those things that you've always wanted to do. God bless you, and best wishes always.
Mr. Invictus, Pat Walker. If you have not heard him recite that, you have missed anything. But I'm sure that before the night's over, you will hear it. I'm here representing the Swags, a Baltimore-based group composed of 10 men, of which Pat is a member. Pat, on this your day, we're here to wish you continued health and prosperity. Pat is a regular contributor to the Swags. Pat, I hope that you'll be able to travel to Baltimore frequently, that you'll be able to make the same contributions. Oh, by the way, Swags is a poker group.
So now we wonder what happened there. So looking at a liquor distribution sheet that comes in our famous watering hole, the Monday Club, we found that beginning 1965, there was a real increase in water bourbon. Now, honestly, when I was asked about this, I figured I couldn't do anything with Pat in 2 minutes. So I was talking to my children on the telephone, and they love Pat. So my daughter Stephanie says, "Daddy, you mean that you can't say something good about Mr. Walker in 2 minutes?" I said, "Well, I didn't look at it like that. If I'm supposed to say something good, then I'll yield back 90 seconds at that time." So, Pat, and I'm sure Romeo knows all about this. Romeo was one of the few people on that picture that are still around here. But we all wish you and Edith success, and a guy that can treat elderly people fine and nice. I think that I've been forgiven over the years when I sort of brought Pat around to Mrs. Lynch's, and
Mrs. Edith's mother. We had an office right near there. When Pat started going around there, I noticed Mrs. Lynch would come up and talk with me a lot. Every day, Pat would be in, and Mrs. Lynch would come up. So until finally, she figured out that Pat was housebroken. So once she started cleaning around, then he was all right. But Pat, Stephanie, and Lauren, and the children all wish you and Edith a very enjoyable retirement. They said that if you'll continue to laugh as you can. And Stephanie asked if you could have you changed your 1945 dance steps. And they really hope that you both have a very enjoyable retirement. Thank you.
When I first met Pat, my name is Romeo Henderson. When I first met Pat, I was enjoying good health. Moving around with a great deal of speed. But this man has worn me out. He told me before the evening started, I said, Pat, what must I say? He said, the only advice I have for you is don't be a fool. So I'm up here on the raps. I can't do very much talking. I can truthfully say that it has been quite an outstanding pleasure to have known Pat as long as I have known him and to have worked with him. And I wish Pat and Edith the best of everything that life has to offer. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Dr. First, distinguished members of the dais. Good afternoon, Dr. First, distinguished members of the dais, and illustrious honoree. I am Shirley Relf, National President, Morgan State University Alumni Association, and I bring you greetings from that organization. During the years that I have worked with Pat on the National Alumni Board of Directors, I can truthfully say that he possesses one of the warmest personalities of anyone that I have ever met. His warm smile greets you, hello. His conversation, lighthearted yet sincere. His dedication to his alma mater, unswerving. Pat, as you end your years of hard work at Cheyney University and as National Financial Secretary of Morgan State University, and look forward to the peace that retirement brings, keep your smile, your warm personality, because they are priceless. At this time, I would like to ask all of the Morgan alumni members who are present to please stand. We wish you peace. We wish you good luck, much happiness, and a long, long life of peace and joy. Thank you.
Pat Walker, Mrs. Walker, other guests. My name's Leroy Gaines from the Monday Club. Why I'm here, I do not know. The because Monday Club members are aggressive, ambitious, competitive in their chosen field. Pat, trying to seek membership, Pat was told, you'll make the difference. 1/3 of our members, watch what happens, I think Woody told him this. 1/3 wonder what happened, and others make things happen. Pat answered, is there another third for me? That's one. Now, I don't know about this was told to me, and I only heard it. Some members said a quick in the lower extremities would be a welcome greeting for Pat.
Jesus Christ. Had to come back.
Would our dear friend Pat please stand up? As a small token of our appreciation for your many years at Cheyney and the wonderful job well done, we have a little eelskin wallet for Mr. Walker. There's $1,500 and $100 bills in the book.
We are moving along very well, and it is, I believe, something that has sort of come upon us because we're all beginning to feel good, really about having been here. And somehow or other the time has not been a factor, but we do understand. We know what your schedules are like. I need to share just this little bit with you before we bring on our honoree. We talked about various individuals, and I need to say that Pat has received 2 messages from Sigma Pi Phi fraternity, Boule, from Grand Sire Archon Sam Massey. We will not read the messages because they are rather lengthy, but as you know, Pat has been very involved in not only the eastern region of the Boule, but in the Boule nationally, and we just like to have the members of the Boule who are here representing either the subordinate Boule, which he is a member, or Philadelphia or wherever. Boule members, if you just stand and be recognized. We all know from certainly the comments that were made by his former students that this gentleman, our honoree, perhaps can best be described as a man who intervened into the lives of thousands of students, both students in basic and higher education, harmonized their aspirations, their hopes, their dreams, and gave them structure, discipline. And Omega Man, I would say that this man has done much for many, more and gracefully than they could do for themselves. So we feel good about being here, about honoring him. We know that he exemplifies the admonishment of those who've gone on before us, people who suggested another time in our history that some boy will write your book, some girl will give it veracity, some group will give it meaning, and some movement will bring it to life. This is the life and career of Patrick H. Walker. And so what we'd like to do at this time is first of all to recognize his family. We would like for all of you to stand and just be recognized. Please, family. For all of you, ladies and gentlemen, who are here to honor and recognize this brother who is moving on to another climb in life, to just stand where you are while we bring to you our honoree, Patrick H. Walker. Thank you.
I'm really lost for words. And I'm not vindictive, but I should be. Some terrible things have been said about me. I'm rather hurt. I've always been sensitive. But to have friends to tell barefaced lies in front of you, it's ridiculous. But I want to thank you all for coming out and spending an evening with me. I think I know each and every one here, but I'm still a little amazed how people can say certain things and maintain a good conscience. Some of them came a long ways to bring these lies. I'm not going to call names, but they will always be reminded of some of these lies. And it's an honor to have my family here, my wife, for 35 years. I don't know how she's able to do it. God bless her. For anyone to stay with me for 35 years, they need all types of ribbons and banners. For Mom Hurt to come up here today, having tolerated me so many years. So many things have been said until, if I continue to stand up here, it will become repetitious. And I think that your patience has been wonderful. And I'm not going to ruin it. But there are two men in my life who are very important. Hurt and Hill at Morgan State University. And they often quoted, Mom, the man in the glass, the authors unknown. And on this occasion, I deem it appropriate to quote that. When you get what you want in your struggle for self, and the world makes you king for a day, just go to your mirror and look at yourself and see what that man has to say. For it isn't your father or mother or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The fellow whose verdict counts most in your life is the one staring back from the glass. You may be like Jack Horner and chisel a plum and think you're a wonderful guy. But the man in the glass says you're only a bum, but you can't look him straight in the eye. He's the fellow to please, never mind all the rest, for he's with you clear up to the end. And you've passed your most dangerous, difficult test if the man in the glass is your friend. You may fool the whole world down the pathway of years and get pats on the back as you pass. But your final reward will be heartache and tears if you're cheated the man in the glass. Thank you.
gentlemen, Ms. Madeline Johnson is going to close out this very heartwarming and auspicious occasion with a musical tribute to Edith and Pat Walker. And she's going to ask that Pat, you and Edith would join her on the dance floor.
We love you, Pat and Edith. And now
Walker,